Tony, some wonderful memories being shared of the great man there today.
Oh, there certainly has been, Deb. From the moment the congregation moved into St Mary's Cathedral to, as we speak, memories being shared about the man who really did cram in 87 years of his 87 years. Speaking at the moment is Malcolm Watke, who is a lifelong friend of Bart Cummins, goes back to the days when Bart was a strapper for his dad, who, of course, saddled up the 1950 Melbourne Cup winner Comic Court. So, look, as we know, Bart Cummins, a terrific horseman, but we're also learning about what a great family man he was. And whilst that was never in doubt, it's just being reinforced as the speakers are getting up one by one to deliver their eulogies. A few moments ago, Bart's son, Anthony, spoke, and look, it really did bring a tear to the eye because he was a man who didn't always have the greatest of relationships with his father, but certainly they finished on a terrific, loving note.
Father Meany's mentioned earlier about a glint in Dad's eye. It's always a bit of larrikin about Dad. It's always a bit of fun to be had, and it was that, you know, from the early days that drew people to him. He was an avid reader, read papers from cover to cover and talked on any subject knowingly. One of his favourite sayings was that there was no such word as no. He refused to accept that something he thought should be or should happen didn't. Find a way, step back, look, see what you're looking at, consider, but most importantly, never give up.
Yeah, there were certainly times there where Anthony Cummins needed to compose himself, particularly when he spoke about the relationship with his dad, which, as I said, hadn't always been a smooth one. He said they really got to know each other some years ago, back in the early 90s when they were in New Zealand, and at midnight they'd sit up for hours just talking about Bart's relationship with his own father. And then, of course, Anthony Cummins grew very close to his own dad, being Bart at that stage, and he says in the past few years they just never ever had an argument, and Bart gave him a nod of approval and thought maybe you've turned out okay. It was really moving stuff, and we'll certainly have all that for you in the news at 6 o'clock tonight. But Deb, I'll just leave you with one of the quotes that Anthony made about his father. He said, as we'd seen all the way through, there hadn't been a bridle made to hold him back. And I think that was a beautiful thing to say about a man who, a horseman through and through, but as we're learning today, was more so a husband, a father, a grandfather and a great-grandfather.
Yeah, very fitting tribute. Tony Jones in Sydney, thank you.